Welcome to TikTok Thursdays, where Thursday chooses a wholesome / eye bleach video, apparently, from TikTok and shows them to me. What do we got today?
Today I've got two that are really short and just funny, and I think great male bonding videos that I think you and I will both find entertaining.
Big fan
well,
of male
I know
bonding.
I find them very entertaining.
Okay.
I think you will also find them entertaining.
If you're a guy, keep scrolling.
Sup, boys? You're with me today. Check this out.
That's amazing. I love men. That's so good. Please don't clip that bit out.
What you doing for Christmas? Christmas? I mean, I gotta get to Thanksgiving first. I'm going to give out turkeys back in the hood. I'm with you. You want me to come? You will? I appreciate it though, big dog. Hang on. But I'm gonna be in the hood giving out turkeys, trying to restore my community.
What a champion. So am I right in thinking they didn't know necessarily that they were being filmed for that?
So NFL, this is a great moment where I get to explain mic'd up in the NFL to Matt Fradd. So they do know that they are being recorded, but they forget about it because what happens is you get like a notice basically that NFL Films is going to put a specialized mic in your pads, and then you never feel it and it's never going to interfere. And then there's a special team of cameramen at games who there's normally 2 players on each team who are mic'd up. There's a special team of cameramen at games that like film the mic'd up players so that they can share the footage later.
Right.
And so they never remember. Like they say the most ridiculous things.
Totally.
I think one of the funniest things I've ever seen in a mic'd up moment is Joe Burrow on the field and he goes, and then he goes, and then he looks at the guy next to him and goes, bug flew into my mouth.
What? A bug just flew into my mouth.
Or like, I forget which player it was, but there was a guy who was like, he was trying to talk to one of the guys on the other team, and then a third player on the opposing team comes up and is like, nah, you ain't talking it, like pulling him away. And the guy turns to the ref and goes, he's mean, ref.
Where you from? Oregon. You know what I mean? Utah. I ain't got nothing to say. Come on, Bart, man. Golly. We having a simple conversation. Hey, I'm not the bad guy. I love you. Come on. I love you. Hey, ref. Yeah. He's mean.
All right,
so NFL mic'd up moments are a gold mine. But here
nice.
you go.
All right, so that first video was hilarious because I've seen that short on TikTok or YouTube where it says, if you're a guy, keep scrolling.
Yeah.
But I have never watched it. What was that about? Do you
I have
remember?
no idea what that is. I've only seen it in context of if you're a guy, keep scrolling, and then they do the scrolling animation, and then there's a guy doing something hilarious.
You with me today, boys.
I love that he's got it tied to his hat.
And then, okay, so then the next one was him saying he was going back to his hometown to give away free turkeys.
Going back to the hood, yeah.
Okay, that's
so
fantastic.
Marshawn Lynch grew up really poor in a very crime-ridden inner city area.
I'm not laughing about that. Sorry, it's
so
in the whole context. Okay.
Yeah. So Richard Sherman, the safety for the Seahawks, asks him what he's doing for Christmas, and he goes, I got to get through Thanksgiving first. And then he says, I'm going to go back to the hood and give out turkeys. And Richard Sherman, his friend, hearing about this for the first time, goes, can I come with you?
That's beautiful.
And so I just thought they were both great
really
examples of like just guys being dudes and like encouraging each other, and that makes me happy.
Absolutely.
And so I wanted to play them.
I don't know if this is true of your generation, but in my generation growing up, you had your friends, your male friends who you drink with, and maybe after the third beer, you would dare to say something like, hey, you're a really good friend. You make me laugh a lot. I love you, whatever. You know, I love that we're friends. But for me, it felt like men could really only be that open with like female friends. So a lot of my close friends, unfortunately, I think, were females. I mean, they were good people, and I'm glad I had friendships with them. But it wasn't until I served as a missionary with Net Ministries up in Canada that I first had really good friends and on a team on Net Ministries, you're told not to kind of bring your heart, your desires, your fears to the girls. Like there are certain conversations that should only stay among the men. And at first I didn't understand that. But after I had tasted the glories of male friendship, I realized I never want to share this. I never want to have a woman to be, I mean, obviously my wife is my dearest friend, but yeah, male friendships. What's the scene like in your generation among male friendships?
Especially in Steubenville, we're very open about it, and it's I mean, my old roommate who specifically asked me not to mention his real name because he's paranoid about privacy. And he got married a few months ago, but he was living with me, and he and I, every time we hang out, when we leave, it's all right, bye, I love you, man. Or like when we're on the phone, I love you, I'll talk to you later.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think I've run into a male friend of mine and not started with a hug in like a year. You know what I mean? Like all the guys who are like close, especially in my male friend group, we are like very open about affection with each other. Mm-hmm. And we're also just very open with each other. Yeah, it's cool. Phenomenal. I think honestly, it was one of maybe the best thing about moving to Steubenville was like the community, but the best aspect of that community has been that like I can just be genuine and open with other men and know that like they're going to reciprocate and that is the norm in a way that is not present in the larger culture.
Interesting.
And I would encourage any young man or older man, any man listening, if you don't have male friends who you can like say like, I love you, and they're not going to be like, gay.
Right.
Like if you're saying it in a jokey way and that's how they're responding. Yeah. But like, if you don't have male friends who you can genuinely express affection to and they will reciprocate and like be open with, move or find them because you need them to get by.
Gay culture has really launched a full out assault on male friendship. And it's really, I think, the man who's comfortable with his masculinity, who's able, you know, to share openly with his friend. Let me tell you the something I said to John Henry Spann, right, who we've had on the show a couple of times. This may have been the most like intimate thing that I just shared about my friendship with him, and it was kind of out of nowhere, all right? So we're hunting in Namibia, and after a full day of hunting, we're sitting out, having a cigar, and he's just cracking me up. Like nobody makes me laugh like John Henry Spann. So I'm just about crying, and I look at him, I'm like, nobody makes me laugh like you make me laugh, John Henry. And he both realized how quote unquote gay that sounded, but also was so affirmed by it. So I think he went, thanks, man. So that was nice.
Yeah. No, all men need male friendships.
Let us know in the comment section below if you have good male friendships, and tell us the coolest thing you've done with a bro recently.
Yeah. And ladies,
you can
sorry
also
about
comment.
you. I don't care.
We love you too.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching. If you have a funny or wholesome TikTok video that you would like us to review, leave it below in the comment section. And before you go, do us a favor, click like and that subscribe button.